Carnations. Today I am bringing you along as I paint another custom wedding bouquet. I started out by mixing up my colors, making sure that the colors matched the color composition I gave the client, and mixed up on my handy dandy trusty palette. And I had started the carnations before I started filming, so there's a layer of color already there. Next, I'm moving on to the roses. And for the roses were such a beautiful, deep peach, almost orange, but they had this beautiful yellow inner glow. So I'm doing a base layer of yellow ringed with that beautiful peachy orange color. And I do a base layer before I start adding in the details, just so that I have something to work off of. And I love how they looked at this point. I love the natural flow and I don't know, blooms of the watercolor at this point. Just so pretty. I love how the colors blended together in this base layer. And this bouquet was so interesting. It had just bunches, a bunch of ribbons kind of folded throughout the bouquet. So that was interesting and fun. I love how they turned out. So they're reflective. I couldn't tell exactly what type of ribbon. I think they were satin maybe. So they were a little reflective, a little shiny. So I made sure to preserve the white, so that it looked like they were catching the light. Adding in tiny details of the little leaves off of at the bottom of the roses. And this bouquet had a single pine branch coming out of it. So pine is always fun. I started by painting the lightest pine needles and then going in with a deeper color and painting in behind and around those light ones, and then went in a third time with the dark color and just continued on to create depth within this pine branch, while also still preserving the needles that were at the very top and probably catching the light. Next, I went in and started really detailing out the roses. So I added in my darker values and blended those out. And continued to do that for the whole rose, just wherever there were shadows or the darkest colors or values, I added in dark color, and I decided it needed to be pretty much darker than I was doing, so I went in pretty heavy-handed with this dark burnt orangish color, and really deepened up the values. And I just did that same process for all of the roses. And then I decided that the roses needed to be even darker in color, so I went in a second time and added deeper colors and really deepened up the shadows and the darker parts of the rose. And the last thing was the carnations. So they were a very light, creamy white color, so I was very delicate with the shadows. And speaking of that, I know some of you have asked me to do a tutorial on painting white flowers, so I will be doing that in the future. I really love how this bouquet turned out. It was a gift for an in-law's 50th wedding anniversary, and I love how it turned out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.